Bună ziua! Numele meu este Christoff, cum ați auzit. Eu am avut ieri un interviu pe televiziune Canal 2 și aseară când am văzut cum am vorbit, am luat decizie că vorbesc în engleză. So, it's just because I feel myself a bit freer when I talk in English, so I can speak in Romanian, but probably you will understand more when I talk in English. Okay, probably you saw outside the crazy structure with the freeform. That's actually a prototype on which we are working since November, October last year. It's a project we, as a company, TEHNICA from Timișoara, together with Metropolis, the architecture is also here, Dragos Epure. The story begins actually a bit a year, like 11 months ago. I will come back to that before. Better like this, okay. I will come back at this after I presented you the seed. What you see here is not only a house or a construction. I would say it's more a product. Because if you go and want to buy a house, what you have to do is you have to find first an architect. Then you have to find a lot of companies who work together with the architect. You have to do a lot of things, a lot of pain, things you don't like. What we try is to go from a building to a product which is already finished. You can order it online. The only thing, like you would do a car, like you would go to Tesla.com and would buy a new car and just add some colors, would add some interior and finish. You click prepaying and that's it. But the idea of selling and buying, and that's what the team today is when you buy a construction like this, which not only looks good, is also very companion and sharing with nature and other people, is we try to make the idea that if you buy a house, a product like this, a dream like this, you enter a community, you enter a club, and you are able to travel anywhere in the world and use all of those same seats and feel home again. That's the idea. So basically, if somebody comes and tells me, okay, I want to buy this, but I want to use it only for me, I say, okay, no problem, you can buy it to the full price. But if you come to me and say, okay, I want to be a member of this community, you get the product cheaper. But what you have to do, you have to give it for 5 days or 10 days at least. If you use other houses in the world more, you also have to give yours more. It's a giving and a taking. The structure of this building is out of timber, laminated timber, out of CLT, crossed laminated timber. The outside will be membrane, inside and outside membrane, which is full with air. There are a lot of things we are still working on it. Our goal is to finish it in the next few months, the prototype, and then go and start selling them. The opportunities are huge. You can use it as a hotel, you can use it as a weekend house, you can buy together with friends, put it on a beautiful place and share it together with them. You can do endless things. yeah, it's actually all about living smart luxury, living future. The idea is, how can I spend not too much money on a house, but don't miss the luxury? How can I live minimalistic, but still have all the advantage I want? How can I build a house or buy a house and don't work my whole life to pay it back? Yeah, that's the idea. Now I want to probably show you some other pictures. If you enter the internet site seedhouse.community, you will see all the vision, the concept about the seed. Now I want to talk a bit about opportunities and about connecting. 11 months ago or 10 months ago, I received a mail. For that, I want to start a movie as well. With the video also, we'll present our company. 10 or 11 months ago, I received a mail which with a structure which is like freeform. On the first look, it looked very complicated and undoable, but I really liked the form, so I offered it. I think it was Thursday. I sent the offer, and Friday on the same day, the architect told me tomorrow he will fly from Bucharest to Timișoara with the client. And Sunday we had a deal already. The only problem was that the structure had to be finished in 19 working days. 19 working days, not only production or assembling, 19 working days also with planning and the project and all the engineering and the design, everything had to be done in 19 days. So I asked my friends in Switzerland, which are doing nearly the same thing in South Korea and in other places, how long would it take? And they told me like 40 days upwards if you are really good, if you're really fast. So that was already, I didn't believe anymore. So Saturday night I connected with my dad, which we are a family business, and I asked him, do you want to do this? And he said, of course I want to do it. We never say no. So I asked all my partners, which from who we are the wood, for example, from Bistrica, we have the timber, the screws from Rotoblas, the steel parts from Timișoara. I called them and say, I have this miracle to do. Will you help me? And all of them say there. So all the doors opened, kind of, and then I sat down Monday morning, all the co-workers, we are about 30, and told them, that's what we're gonna do. Are you guys keen? So, and everybody was like, yeah, let's do it. So we started, and in 19 days, we made the engineering, the static calculations, we started production, we optimized the structure. Here you can see we are everything in-house. And then we started, I think, Sunday or Monday morning. In 4 or 5 days, the whole assembling was finished. The deal was, or the promise I did to the client was, Friday night the structure needs to be finished. And Friday at 12 o'clock the structure was finished, and we make the picture together with the client on the building side with the whole troop. But what really amazed me is humans speaking, it was impossible to do it, but how the whole company connected, the office people, which are only doing paperwork, went outside, helped painting the whole thing. That was amazing. And the interesting part was when I signed the contract, the finances for the contract weren't really good. I signed the contract with the same amount I calculated I need the money for production. That's what the money I got from the for this project. So, but because we optimized some parts, we optimized production, and everything went so well, we still had like 10 or 15% profit on the project. And the point I want to say is sometimes you have to take a risk. Sometimes you can't see only the problems. You have to see the opportunities. You have to see the solutions, and you have to go and do it and stop talking and making politics. And then, if you connect with some partners who are also strong, like, for example, the architect we work together, you can do beautiful things. After that, we started working more and more together, and I want to show you another project we working at now with the same architect, and it's just a level up. I think if Dragos asked me before the Mamaia project, is that doable? I would have said no. But after I saw what we did in Mamaia, somehow I felt sure, and I didn't saw the problems, and I can promise you there are a lot of problems to solve at this construction. But what you see here is a house, and the surface you see on the roof is actually also the surface on the earth, which is also only taken higher for 6 meters. So what the idea was behind the project was to save the form of the nature and let it live further in the roof. The building is designed for Iași in Romania. We as a company, we are like 95%, we are only working in Romania. We are a Swiss family business, but our goal was always to work in Romania. About our company, we are located in Timișoara. We are about 30 people. We are a family business, and our passion is timber. Timber construction, or construction in all, it's not like IT where you work just and you get a lot of money. It needs to be a passion. If you don't do it as a passion, you won't do it your whole life, or you probably just do it because you have to. But for us, it's a passion, and we do it because we love it. We do it already for generation. What you see on the picture here is my grandfather on the left, my uncle on the roof, and my cousin on the right with about 4 years old. We started early, and we do it already for 5 generations. some facts. We are here. Last year we made 20 years. We made it through the hard. We had over 100 employees. We changed a lot. Now we are a lot smaller. We did already over 200 projects only here in Romania. And some values I want to share is what is actually the value of our company which is offering to others beside our products, because every company has products, and but next to that, what are we offering? What are we offering to our co-workers? What are we offering outside? What are we offering to our community? And why are we doing? Why does our company exist? I thought in the last 2 years a lot about this question, and I think why does a company exist? A company can exist because I want to make maximum profit and get really rich and buy a lot of cool things, or I can maximum a lifetime of a company. I can. What is important for us is I want to create a company who will live for 100 years, and which gives also something back. If you ask people, they always tell you, how can I get a 1 million in a really short time? What I would ask is, how can I help 1 million people in the next 100 years? So that's what we try to stand for, and the goal we are working forward to. I don't say we are already there, but also the why, or also this is a process which every company has to go through. Here, just some pictures which are done here in Romania. So you see what is actually for the architects in the room, what is possible in timber construction. This is in Oradea, a wellness. We work a lot of it for Lidl. Some pictures from inside. Some others. This is a construction in South Africa. If you don't have snow, you can go also really big spans without huge dimension. This span you see here is about 60 meters, and the diameters from the beams are 20 centimeters wide and 1 meter high. So I think here in Romania the diameters would double it, and not that what wouldn't be enough, probably. Okay. At the end, I would just want to say who I am. I'm Swiss, like Florine told us already. I'm actually what I am. I'm not an engineer. I'm not an entrepreneur. I'm a kitchen designer. I'm a kitchen maker, because that's what I did after I was 16. I made an apprenticeship for 4 years, and after I finished that, I went to engineering school. I made timber engineering, and then I moved on traveling a bit, and came to Romania to help my dad. But I feel like a kitchen maker, like a kitchen designer, because all the problems and all the processes I have to do every day, I always think like a kitchen maker, or because that's what influenced me the most those 4 years, and that's what I feel that I am. If I encourage young people, I always tell them, learn something with your hands, and afterwards go and make studies. And of course also go and travel, because I would say my studies and my traveling are kind of the same value. And for me, an entrepreneur, to be somebody who leads a company, who is more being a servant for others, because what I want is that all the people around me can get to their maximum productivity, and if I can do that, my work is already done. I don't have to work anymore, basically. So that's about me, and if you have questions, you can ask me now. I hope my English was better than my Romanian last night.
I would like to ask you one thing. How about the fire resistance for the cross-laminated pieces than the natural timber, which is very used for wood simple structures for houses in Romania?
There is actually none. There's no different. Only because it could be a small different. Because if you take natural timber, you have also cracks, and in the cracks the fire could move a bit faster.
Okay.
If you have laminated timber, you have a much homogeneous product. So it's about 0.7 millimeters per minute which timber is burning. And the more it burns, the slower it burns, because everything outside is a protection and everything inside is not affected, not even by the heat, because timber has absolutely no problem. That's the advantage to steel or concrete. That's a whole totally different story. Romania is 50 years back with fire protection. What about with timber? It's also because we used years only steel and concrete. So you have kind of, for me, you have kind of two ways to change normative or some things like this. You can go and fight and write some new legal normatives and everything, or you can prove it by building buildings which prove that it works also without. For example, Germany did it the way they went more of trying to write it and to fight for it in politics. In Switzerland, they went more. They went and took one project and tried it. They did it, and then everybody saw, oh, it's working. And every 3 years they changed the normative. When I went and started university, you could do 3 stories with timber. Now you can do already 6 or 7 stories by timber. You can go even higher with some special providence and stuff. They also built in North Germany. They built a whole city where they burned buildings just to prove and to see how is actually fire working over the stories from outside, from inside, and all of that, which helped much more than all the politics around it.
Yeah. Thank you very much. I think it was really inspiring. I really loved the being a servant thing. It's really important to bring this to Romania, and I'm happy you did this. Thank you.
Thanks.